Hey guys, and welcome to part 7 of the Resident Evil 6 playthrough. We are going down in a water slide.
I know they look like they're having fun there at a nice water park.
You alright? Splish splash, anyone? Well, it kind of feels awkward considering it doesn't look clean and you're heading into the caves. So now we have an underwater section here. This concept was already introduced in Resident Evil Revelations, because it took place on a cruise ship. So it kind of makes sense.
So do you need to like keep finding those sort of like air pockets so you can like get a breath?
Yeah, because that's what that bar is on the right there. That is your air. Once that drains, you'll drown.
Ah, I see.
But there's also some zombies in here. Yes, zombies that can swim. And not to mention there's some bad creature out there.
A very scary creature. Is it the eel from Super Mario 64?
Unagi? Oh god, no. Not that. Abomination. Now here's the thing. These are just if you feel scared or anything like that, but you can swim quite a while because the air does not drain constantly. Like Big Massa, it just goes really slowly, so you can go quite a distance without the need to grab some air. But once these zombies grab you, yeah, that's what it is. When these zombies grab you like a shake thing, like a jump scare, you do lose quite a bit of air. But I think if you fail to break free of that, you can die because they choke you.
Okay. The music sounds quite intense here.
It's supposed to. You gotta remember that Resident Evil 6, one of the campaigns tries to be scary. I think this one's gonna jump scare me. Yep. It's usually the ones that's flown by itself that it always does that. And you can break free, but if your partner is right next to you, they can help you break free. Now, at first when I saw this the very first time, I thought that was gonna jump across at me.
I know, that's what it looks like.
Like I would stay up here for 5 minutes and it would just give me a jump scare, but no, it does nothing. It's just to scare you. And there's Adele. Our special guest, Sia and Queen, continues on with our adventures of Leon S. Kennedy. With his douchey haircut.
You gotta love that haircut.
In fact, Steven actually had his haircut for a while.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing.
Aye. I think he has a thing for him. This is all you're doing for this part. You just gotta swim to... Again, the game just brilliantly tells you where to go. If you could see that little arrow there on the top left. Very linear. Kind of makes the whole point... It gets rid of the whole exploration thing. But it always tells you where to go. It's like the anti-Metroid game.
Would you get a bit lost in here if they didn't like show where the arrow was? I
would imagine on your first time, yeah, because you don't know where you're going. But see, when you play this game as much as I have, it becomes second nature. It's like those it's like those ones we have to do cryptic puzzles. At first, it takes you like an hour, but then when you play multiple times, you understand how it works, and you can get it done in like 6 minutes.
What's going on here? Is this Jaws?
Da 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 da. Yeah, essentially. Zombie shark.
Zombie shark.
Yes, and
it's Jaws back from the dead.
Yep. Now at this point here, Adele is going to get a QTE. Well, no, miscorrection. I'm Helena. I'm the sidekick. The special guest is the main character. Right now, for Adele, she'll have QTEs to make her way through the what are they called, dorsal fins?
Yeah.
She has to crawl her way up through the dorsal fins to get to the top, while I'm bleeding to death because the creature's got my leg. How am I not? Look, you see that? The leg is right inside the mouth. How am I not bleeding?
Main character immunity.
And again, this would be a QTE from Adele's point of view. You see that fin looks more like a hand.
You mean that came from a person?
Well, I would imagine so. Because I don't recall them ever doing a zombie shark in Raccoon City, considering that doesn't take place in a swamp or anything like that. But there was a giant alligator at one point. I'm not joking. Right, what Adele's doing here is she'll have QTEs, and then she has to take that spike it and stab its other eye.
Oh, sounds pretty violent.
Hey, they did that kind of thing in Deep Blue Sea. If you remember that.
Oh, that was years ago.
Right, we're split ways for this point. I have to protect Adele while she's stuck in the water.
Okay, I'll Find a place to climb
So
up.
from her point of view, she's just going to be like just kind of sitting there waiting.
No, she can control swimming,
Right.
but she'll just be up off the surface. But she'll be quite slow considering that there's no gravity in water and you can't move fast. I have to protect her.
Elena, can you do something about these bars?
I can try. Hold on.
Maybe if I shoot the metal. Nope. Bullets bounce off metal. But no, that if you recall back in the cathedral, there was a puzzle which involved mirrors.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing, except these open the gate.
That mirror's really handy.
Yeah. Well, they're designed to make it look good.
It's coming.
Now at this point, if this creature gets too close, it instantly kills Adele. I can delay it by shooting its tongue.
Thanks.
That is what the big orange thing is. Its tongue.
Does the tongue look like it's got like a hand on it?
It looks like a disembodied scorpion tail actually. And Adele can't do anything. All she can do is mash the X button to try and swim faster, but at this point a zombie comes out of nowhere and grabs her. And here we are. This shark is a goddamn rebel. Now, because we briefly saw an emblem there, for the person who had to swim in the water to get that emblem for themselves, they have to go all the way back and get it. But we're not going to show off the emblems in this case. We're just going to move on with the campaign. The co-op doors.
You can't move on until both of you do the same thing at the same time.
Yes. I'm back, bitches!
Oh, bugger.
Now it's boss time. Now we have to kill this thing while we're sliding all the way out of the caves.
Now, so you try to swim up the stream?
Yes, because there's no water here. It's just it's a waterfall. He's on the top. Now again, you just got to keep shooting its tongue until eventually it dies because of the amount of bullets. But if it comes too close, and all his bites are insta kill. Right at this point, he's getting ready to make a jump. Again, this game's full of QTEs, as I mentioned in our RE5 playthrough.
I can see why a lot of people were turned off by this game.
Aim for the dynamite!
We interrupt this playthrough to bring you a scene from Michael Bay. and that is the shark dead.
We're having fish tonight. What?
You need to get that appointment, mate, Colin. Why do that posing when you're about to hit water? Is that supposed to to reduce the amount of pain you get?
They always say like you should always hit the water first, like keep your legs straight when you're going to hit the water.
Aye, because they say that. I'm not sure if you ever did diving back in maybe in the beach or holidays or anything, but they say that if you land on your belly, it's quite sore.
Yeah, because if you keep your legs straight, it will weaken the sort of force of the impact.
Mm-hmm.
He's sterilizing the area.
And destroying the evidence.
Which means we're on the run. If you remember Simmons, that's what he's doing. He's covering his tracks. Because he's the one responsible for that zombie outbreak in Tall Oaks. And now he's blowing up the city.
Shit.
Where did he go?
As he was leaving, he was talking to someone on the phone. He didn't sound too happy.
Weskas? Is he trying to make a deal for his cat food?
Don't worry. I've got a tail
80 to 20%?
right now, where his private jet is preparing to leave for China.
That bastard.
Take a look at these.
That is one hell of a phone, that.
Is that just glass?
Yes, it's supposed to be a glass phone.
Another bioterrorism.
And yet, this game takes place in 2013. And it's now 2017 and we still don't have a phone like that.
God help him if it cracks.
I would imagine if he lost a bet on something or get stressed or something, he would. And you know that thing when you get stressed and you clench your fists because of anger? What if he had his phone and then he accidentally cracked it unintentionally? It's like, fuck.
So how would they charge it or put headphones in? That's what I want to know.
Well, I would imagine because they're a part of an agency, they won't allow that.
I need you to fake our deaths. Can you do that?
Well, you have to be a really good actor to do that.
They'll figure it out eventually. What are you going to do?
We're going to get some tacos. So yeah, we are now heading off to China. On a Boeing 747, I think.
You ever been on one of those?
Oh yeah, who's not been on a plane?
Well, a 747 specifically.
I don't recall. Usually I don't care for all that. And there's Chris Redfield there at the back of the television, foreshadowing his campaign.
Good.
Yes, Adele, I know you want to skip the cutscenes, but this is a Let's Play. We have to show them off. So that's what happens in a co-op playthrough. When you and your partner want to skip a cutscene, both of you have to press the skip button.
Could have cleared your name.
Maybe. But it wouldn't have stopped Simmons. Besides, you started growing me a
And
little.
what that is basically when you press it. This is for, I think this is for the PS4 version. But they updated where if you press the touchpad, it brings up a list of players who's in the lobby with you.
Alright.
So especially in it's again if you want again it's up to you. It's not mandatory. It's just an optional, so you can keep an eye out like who's got a headset on or anything like that. Oh great, the plane's piling in itself.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Do you remember that big gas titty monster in the cathedral?
Yeah.
Well,
The
I don't
fuck?
suppose I think you fly a plane, do you?
you don't say, Leon. Gotta leave it to Leon to make a humor out of a dire situation here. Right, all you have to do is you have to kill this thing until eventually it decides to escape. Like so, because it can't take that much pain anymore. And when you play the new game, this is where you finally get the Magnum. It'll be lying right there underneath that bunker.
There's something wrong with the pressure bulkhead.
Do you know if Ross was here, he'd be all over all the details about this plane, considering he loves his planes.
So where's that big thing hiding now?
Oh, it's hiding in the air vents, but our problem is the pressure bulkhead at the back of the plane. It's destabilizing, which is causing it to move left and right and cause losing altitude. And here I am going about planes.
How did they manage to bring a gun on with them? That's what I want to know.
Well, again, their agency, I would imagine they have a free FBI pass or something like that. I mean, they are an agency to prevent bioterrorism. But then you could say the same for the president's or prime minister's private plane. Now, obviously, they would have security guards just in case.
So are you on like a time limit here?
No, you're
No.
not. Not at this point.
So you can like just sit, have a martini, like while the plane's just sway left and right.
Exactly. You can finish that cup of tea and biscuit. Yeah, these sections get really annoying when you stumble on the ground for no reason.
Is it like the tripping and brawl?
Yeah. Sakurai!
I mean, is it intentional or is it just to kind of like add the dramatic effect?
I think it's. I honestly can't tell. Right, these are another form of co-op doors where one person opens it up and they will not move until the partner comes through the door, so they can shut the door. Here's the pressure bulkhead. Yes, that steam is indeed hot. And there's a free first aid spray right there. So we now have to stabilize the pressure so it can stop the plane from rocking like left and right. Because as of now, the plane's flying on autopilot.
I think we made it in time.
Was that my control pressure you're touching there? Now, you can choose to kill this thing, but it will not defeat until you open the back of the plane itself, and so that the air can suck it out. But what you can do is delay it, so when it's on its knees like that, you can leave it in while you get that box there, to get the tail of the plane to open, and let it fly out. And, again, if this thing grabs you, yep, here comes an insta-kill. Yep. If that tongue goes inside you, if you fail that QT, that tongue goes inside you, and it's an insta-kill.
That sounds pretty gruesome.
Yes. So one partner has to delay this creature, or which I believe they officially called it Lepotitsa. I see what they did there.
Lepotitsa.
Yes, that's what it's called. So you have to delay that, and then the other person has to get the pressure open by pulling that lever. Bye-bye, creature. We'll never see you again.
Go tell Penny if that lands on someone.
See what I mean by QTEs? You have QTEs for everything in this game. At least they numbed it down here, because if you're in the PS3 version, actually, it didn't used to be R2 one button all the way up. What it used to be was L2, R2, L2, R2, back and forth, and that got tiring really fast. You know, it's amazing that this pressure is able to suck a big 6-foot creature out of that plane, but yet these two humans are fine.
As I said, it's the main character immunity.
Right, we're now heading back to the cockpit. Ah, shit.
Oh. Everyone's turned into zombies.
Yep. You gotta feel bad for these guys. They would thought they were just going on a nice holiday, and here these two agents are, and they come and ruin their lives. I would imagine the creature, while it was escaping through the vents, leaked its gas into the air vents on the top of the ceilings. Well, you know that bit where you're in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, stuttering.
Damn it, we were too late.
Big, quite a lot of space for a plane. This must be a first-class flight.
Yeah. Minted gets.
Yep. Counter with a glass bottle. Yeah, the zombies can have a lot of weapons, ranging from just a knife to a 2x4 to a golf club to a glass bottle to guns. Yes, zombies can wield guns in this.
Do they have the brains to use them?
For machine gun bullets, not so much, but for Magnum, they surprisingly have an accurate shot, and that causes you to stumble.
Who would win, a zombie or stormtrooper, depending on their aim?
Good point.
This is why I can never sleep on planes.
Oh, poor you, Leon.
Yeah, I can never sleep in a plane either.
Why is it you just don't like the way it moves and all that?
I just can't relax. It just doesn't feel natural. Oof.
Good job, Leon. Aye, nice one. Way to go.
Jesus Christ, how much worse can this get?
When you open the hatch, you destabilize the plane by letting the pressure out. Leon,
Oops.
you're gonna need to take
You
control.
morons.
Right, now Adele has to fly the plane. Why, I have to protect her.
Have you ever flown a plane before?
Nope. Good luck, Leon.
Fine, I'll fly. You do something about this.
Good luck, Leon. It's only a matter of time before you crash this plane.
Okay, first switch
Now,
on
what happens here is you have to keep the plane at a certain amount of feet up in the air. If you go too low, it'll crash into a random mountain.
Oof.
So Adele will have a bunch of QTEs to turn off, like turn off the autopilot, pull the throttles or all that plane shite. Again, if Ross was here, he would know what we were talking about. I on the wheel while have to keep these zombies from attacking Adele because she cannot use the guns at this point because she's busy flying the plane. So as long as I keep these guys away from her, she should be fine.
Pull up.
Yeah, use the first aid spray on them. There's a remote bomb. Again, the difference between this being the remote bomb, you have the detonator in your hands, so you can choose when to blow it up. It's not like a timed explosive where it blows up on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the time bombs from the first Battlefront, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And now we made it. Hi, Ada. See you later.
Did you like my cameo?
Jesus.
How many people died in that process?
Quite a lot. Leon S. Kennedy, Raccoon Safe Survivor. Can't drive any vehicle without crashing it. I told you. First it was that police car, and now it's this. What's it gonna crash next? It's like a little mini competition, actually, or like a checklist. Okay, list of vehicles he's tried. Police car? Check. Boeing 747? Check. And yet, thanks to plot armor, we survive.
Like, there's no way anyone could have survived that. They must have, like, done the brace position.
Maybe. Here is our next characters, Sherry Birkin.
Doing here?
I'm on
She was in Resident Evil 2 as a child.
Yeah.
That's how they two are able to remember each other, because
Why are you here?
in the events of Resident Evil 2, she was in the city, and her father was part of Umbrella. But mind you, she was only like, what, 5 years old at the time? So here she is as a 20-year-old woman who works for the same agency as Leon.
Where is he?
This man over here is Jake Mueller,
Jake Mueller.
Need to know.
a mercenary. Hi, Mr. Troy Baker. Yes, that is who voices him. I find this because this game came out in 2013. That was the year of Troy Baker. I mean, he was Jake Mueller in this, then there was The Last of Us, and then Arkham Origins as the Joker.
Leon's not just any.
So would this be like a sort of starting point, or
No, this is my... I would say the starting point was, if I remember,
Enough.
Last of Us, because this came out in October.
Look out!
Time for some serious action.
not even a scratch?
Nope.
Leon,
Again,
the
main
blade.
plot armor. What else is new?
Him again. Friend of yours.
That creature is called the Ustanak. That becomes a recurring creature in Jake's campaign.
Looks like a zombie Bane.
Yep. Now I must break you.
You get used to it.
You don't get to see the fire. I don't know why they decided to go with that voice for the movie. Right, all you can do at this point is just keep on shooting until he eventually dies. Well, not die. By die, I mean temporary runaway. Now he's got a lot of gadgets on his disposal. He's got that thing on his back is designed so he can carry someone on his back and trap him.
So it's like a cage.
Yeah, like a cage. And then that is a grapple hand that he's got, which he can detach and then attach some other weapons to that arm as well. But this is a bitch to go to take down. Which, by the way, this creature was ended up making a playable appearance in later DLC for the game called Predator, where it's an online multiplayer where you and 6 players take a turn of playing as the Ustanak and trying to see how many people you can quote unquote kill.
No, okay.
Like a point-based game. So say, like, for example, round 1 will be, let's say, 1 player will get Ustanak, and then the 5 rounds after that, that player will play as a human player while someone else is get to play as the Ustanak. And here's me hoarding, trying to look for items, which is a good idea. You know, trying to find items, especially when you're not having infinite ammo, is good. Yes, like Resident Evil 5, when you beat the game a certain amount of times and you get a certain amount of skill points, you can unlock infinite ammo for your guns.
So you can just keep spamming over and over and over again.
Yes. But they're not like because this game does not have an inventory system, they're skill based. So you can only have like infinite ammo for one type of gun per skill. So say a handgun, shotgun, crossbow, whatever.
I see.
Here we split ways. Because this is also a story intersection. If you remember back in Leon and Ada, they had a story intersection. This intersects with Leon and Jake's campaign. So from Adele's point of view, she and Sherry have to get a bus ready, so they're going to try and ram the creature with that bus. Me, I am stuck with Jake trying to defend ourselves with some gas canisters that I knocked down earlier. Now, as you saw from that blast radius earlier, he's now detached his claw arm and he's attached a shotgun.
Okay, where'd they get a shotgun from?
His magic box of tricks, you know.
You fought this thing before and you're still breathing?
So the height? Anyone?
Are you kidding? Kick out of this.
You're not entirely sane, are you?
There you go, folks. Another game where if there's Troy Baker in it, you'll always find Laura Bailey. Oof.
I think they always come in pairs.
Yeah.
How is he still standing?
Understatement of the fucking century, Helena.
But maybe the 4 of us can stop him once and for all.
And here's your proof that he can detach his arm into other weapons and going into his box of tricks. Grabby grabby.
Looks like the claw that Mr. Psycho used from Robot Wars.
Or it could be the Claw. Claw's a master. Maybe that's what it is. The Claw is the master of this creature, and it's telling it what to do through telekinesis through its brain.
Kind of like Dr. Octopus in a way.
Kinda, yeah. This is pretty much quite a big arena for this boss fight, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of space.
Oh, come on, Jake. You've fought worse before. Get up. I bet you the Ustanak's like, fuck, why did I walk into that trap?
So how many explosions and he's still standing? Oh.
Now he's done.
Yeah, it just kind of blinked out of existence.
It's because of the network thing. It does that from time to time. We'll see the Ustanak in more in Jake's campaign. Because I think this is an homage. They designed the Ustanak to be an homage to another infamous creature, Nemesis. It was introduced in Resident Evil 3, and what that creature would do is that it would constantly stalk you throughout the entire game.
Alright.
Because there is that bit of fear that knowing that there's something out there with outright hatred and malice against you is terrifying in its own right. Especially when you don't know why it's going after you. So now Jake and Sherry are separated, and we have to go on our way to continue on with Simmons. Simmons! His douchey haircut beard.
I linked in a minute ago, but you weren't picking me up. Listen, the building Agent Birkin mentioned isn't far off. Just stick to your current route, okay?
Just follow the white dot that's located in on your GPS phone. You'll be fine. Usually, now again, after that, we'll see you in the next part, folks.